Ugh, allergies this morning. Why is the camera not on? It has no power? Alright, you'll just have to deal without seeing my beautiful mug. So I just logged on this morning. It's a beautiful morning. And I've noticed we got some problems. Things are starting to wear down. And I'm not exactly sure how to handle that. There's this button here, which is repair tool. And you click on the items you want repaired. Costs $1,000 each. Not a fan of that. And it restocks, but I thought we had a maintenance man to do that. Mechanics. Do I not have? I got one mechanic. He needs tools. Alright, so we're going to come in here to equipment. One of these has got to be a tool station. Provides toolkits for mechanics. He's got tools for 5. So I got 2 mechanics now. I'm assuming they're supposed to be going around and fixing stuff, right? That's what mechanics do. If I click on this, it gives me no information. Let's go back to staff. 2 mechanics. Let's look at the details. Staff details. Loyalty, salary. It's roaming. It's a concern. I mean, we have a temporary workaround or a way at least to assist them in fixing things. But I'm wondering what the ratio is. Speaking of ratios, that was one of the things I wanted to do today before he started recording. And then I didn't, is look at some of these ratios. So this outputs 1 fabric per second. This takes 2 seconds to craft and 0.5 seconds to output. So 1 fabric can feed 2 of these cutter machines. So that's what I need to sit down. I wanted to sit down and write down some of these these details, like heater just functions. It just happens. It just passes through and does its thing, whereas plastic former takes 2.5 seconds to process and output. Merger machine takes 1 second. Sewing machine just happens. Packing machine just kind of builds as soon as it can get stuff. So there are some machines that take time to do their thing, and of course it all depends on belt speed too. But I wanted to sit down and break this down because this down here kind of feels out of balance, right? We're waiting here. Oh, I also wanted to get rid of these because I don't think the global intermediary stocks is really going to be a thing. Maybe it will at some point if I have enough of stuff, but it doesn't feel like intermediary product on the global market is really a thing. Cool. Production value is 16,000, running cost 8,000. We might have to run that running cost up a little more as we add more. I might put some more, maybe 2 more mechanics down here. But like any business, and that's what this is, you want to make sure that your expenses don't outweigh your income. There's another 14 grand there. Let's get that one. 195. And so you always want to make sure that you're not in the deficit. I don't want to be a point where I'm like spending more than I'm making, right? That just makes sense. Like this down here feels like it's also out of balance. So I've got every second I've got 2 coming out, and every 2 seconds I'm using 3 fabrics. So that's the other thing, is ratios. So I before I even started recording, I wanted to write down a bunch of these because that will help increase or reduce production of an item based on what's going on. This one feels pretty good. So we got 2 coming out. Well, see, here's the thing. 2 every second, and it takes 4 seconds to craft and output 3. So easily one machine can feed that, because 4 seconds would be 4 product. This needs 3, so we've got a bonus sheet. It's going to output 1. So this is kind of redundant. I don't need an extra one. In fact, if we just go here, let's just go, click, we'll power that off so that only one machine is running. And it should still keep this. I mean, it's got 97 in it, 98, 95. Maybe it won't. Because it's going down. Maybe I was wrong. Let's turn this back on. And then watch this. I would much rather have it stocked full and be processing as fast as it possibly can. That's fine. Anyway, we're down $4 grand. $4 grand. I don't know what that was for. The maintenance cost or something. Let's see if we can fill any orders. A few more boots. Can fill that up. Get 34,000 for it. We'll just wait. We got plenty of storage. I'm in no rush right now. What's our finances? That's notoriety finances. Highest we've had is we're almost at that $250,000. Yeah, and we're researching maintenance discounts, so we're getting more discounts on our maintenance. And I think I wanted to do some of those other things because I was recording last night and it's the morning of the next day. Today's Saturday. I think I wanted to, on our research panel, get through some of these other things before we started going with bullets. I want to make sure I unlocked faster belts, have some more storage space, definitely more power. I want to unlock a bunch of these other things. So it's kind of just maintaining the status quo right now. And maybe I'm taking it too slow. Maybe I'm boring. Let's wall us in here. Let's go to the construction panel. Go to external walls and kind of get this here. And then close this off. There, now we got a building. Gosh dang it, who is that? All right, here we go. So I got rid of my line. We have $225,000, and I have an extra linesman. And I think what I want to do is, if we go into orders and look at active orders, we got some of these things we could be making a lot more of: backpacks and boots. So what I want to do, because it seems like it takes a while, another thing you got to think of when you're doing these things is space, right? Like if we want to really get into making cars, I don't know if we're going to have enough space, even if we expand the building to do all this. Like these gloves really take up a lot of space for what they are. So what we can do is take one of our lines that we currently have. Like, this is a hot mess, and I think this is really inefficient for what it is. It was fun. We did it and learned how to use some things, some crosses, but I really think it's not very efficient. So what I want to do is remake one of these lines. I want to remake both of them. So let's take a look at this, right? So this side is backpacks. Can't remember what we make. Yeah, backpacks. And it takes 3 sheets of fabric for every 4 seconds, and we have 2 of these. That's just not keeping up. And so let's focus on backpacks. So we know we want 2 of the, where is my stuff? This is interesting down here too. Long bridge, platforms for people to get around. Where's my machines? Here, there's dispensers. So we want dispensers to come down here. Let's see how tight we can get this. So we want, got plenty of space. Nope, let's try and cram it in. So we want 1 dispenser, 2 dispensers, and these we're going to set for fabric. Right, because we know we're going to need fabric for that, and we can feed both of those into 1 machine. So we're going to need, I should probably eat because that hurts. We're going to have these 2 merge into 1 because they're going to go into 1 fabric machine, a cutting machine. So we need a cutter. I need to get familiar with where all my machines are. I think it's down here. No, it's here in fabric. So it goes into a cutting machine. Nice and tight. And then it goes into a zipper. So we'll add a zipper right there, nice and tight. And then it goes into the merge machine, and we know the merge machine is pulling in these ingots, so we need another dispenser here. And that is going to be plastic. And we know the plastic needs to go into a heater. So if we look at this side, heater, and we're just gonna have it go right there, and then it goes into a plastic former, which is here, and then it goes right into our merge machine. Where do we want our merge machine to go? Let's just have, this is where it gets tricky, because I'm assuming that merge machine's going to have to be crazy. I wonder if I can get, if I go to belts. Okay, I can get a belt there, and I can get a belt into there. So this is just going to merge stuff. Our output is going to be backpacks. And then I want, gonna need 2 sewers. Let's whip those things back this way. And then they go into a boxing machine. And that should be down here. So a boxing machine. And then the boxing machine is going to go to a line end. Where to put that? That's fine. It's not a problem. We'll just do it right here. So it's a little bit tighter. And we also have new belts. Let's look at some of these belts. Is it too short? Dang it, it's too short. It's alright. Can move stuff. Let's delete these lines. You can also use the, got a feeling that's going to be a little too, no, don't delete it. What was it? It's a plastic former. Plastic former. It's probably going to have to be at least one space away in order to work correctly. It's fine. Okay, so there's that, and then we need to have a line control. Let's just put it here for fun. And we already have a person. Now let's go into our line. This is backpacks. This is why I name things the way I name them. As this is the second line, we're going to assign our guy here, Ezekiel. And if we look at our machines, we should be able to attach this, everything that needs power. $11, $12. Perfect. Fired up. Let's get it going. And then we should be able to watch it. So this, we need to set our output for plastic fittings, and this output for backpack. I think that's all you really need to do. We have this output. Zing, 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 zing. This is the boxer. Those belts are going pretty good. I mean, it's working. It's making more stuff. It's building a stockpile of parts. It's waiting on fabrics. Takes the longest time to make. See how it's deficient here? Man, I should eat something. So what if we have our output? So if we increase, no. We want to decrease, and what is this? How much impact on durability drain the system changes have? Also, it almost needs a 2-to-1 ratio. We also need, it feels like I need 4 coming in to keep up. I mean, I have the space, but I don't have enough. I'm maxed out on number of line items I can have within the line. It's fine. It's adding more. It's making more backpacks. So there's that. But is it the most efficient we could have as far as line? Because if I were to copy this and paste it down, I couldn't just stick it right next because I got this little hump coming out of here. That's the other thing you gotta think about in these kinds of situations. All right, let's sell some stuff. Order value. Let's go to the top. 25 grand for that. And I'm doing these one at a time so that I don't take an order and not be able to fill it like that and that. Back up to 224,000. Let's sell these backpacks. Up to 236. Let's do some research. Did I not? I did. Power 2. Staff. Line capacity 14. Let's get that going. Okay, so now we have another line of backpacks, which I don't like. I'll be honest. I don't like it because it's got bumps. So let's do another one for boots, just for funsies. And we know we need some space. So boots is kind of the same situation. If we look at our cookbook and go look at boots, we need some dispensers for fabric and plastic. Some zippers, some heats, a sewing machine. So it was very similar, but it has extra heat elements. So let's look. So a boot needs 50 to 1. Needs 50 fabric. Wait a minute, that can't be right. It could be right. Let's look at another item for camos. Is this what I have? I don't understand what this 6 to 1 means. Needs to be through zipping machine, plastic fittings. Let's look at gloves. I need 6 plastic fittings to, I just don't know what this means. That's how much I have on that line, but it doesn't. Gloves 1. Okay. Okay, so let's do it. So I need 3 dispensers minimum. Let's put it here and here and here. We know this one needs to be plastic blocks. These need to be fabric. And then we're gonna feed the fabric. Let's look at our cookbook for boots. We're gonna need to feed the fabric into a cutter machine, but I also need a merger. Let's put the merger and then the cutter machine here. Hopefully that'll be enough. I can always move this. Yeah, I can move this back. Just a smidge, and this cutter machine's gonna output fabric boots, and then it goes into a zip machine, and that is all. So then the other one block goes into a heater and a fabric former or plastic fittings, and then another heater, and then I like this where you can just stamp it down and go. This is gonna work okay. We'll just put that there, and then we need another sewing machine, just one, and then a line end and a boxer, vice versa, line end and then a boxer, and then this needs to be switched around. Okay, I think this is good. And then we're also going to need a line operation for this. We'll put it right here. And let's belt it up, fast belt it. Merge that. Okay, cool. And then we need to go to our guys. We need to go to management, line worker. We need to recruit. And we need to recruit here. We got a new guy, Sammy. What's up, Sammy? We're going to add our lines. 1, 2, 3. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Look at that. I love it. I don't have enough power. It's all right. Let's go down to power. And I think we've got these big ones. So we go from 100 to 500. Look at that. Let's add a couple of them so we have extra power. Now I got power. And Sammy's going. Zinc. This is just happening fast. Look at that. We're already making more. Oh, that's backpacks. So that's working. Power on. We got power. Everything turned on. Look at that. Nice and efficient. Nice down a line. And this is, what are we making here? Boots.